According to Open Water, by 2050, there will be more plastic than fish in the ocean by weight. We are simply using too many plastic bottles. They are a danger to our planet, and we need to take the steps necessary to reduce plastic bottle usage. Today, I'm going to convince you all to make a small change in your everyday life, and that change is to switch to using only aluminum bottles. According to Ban the Bottle, an organization working against plastic bottles, they state that Americans used about 50 billion plastic bottles last year. According to Open Water, a company that they exclusively sell water in aluminum cans, 1,500 plastic bottles are used every single second in the United States. And plastic bottles are never really fully recycled. They are just broken down into smaller materials, and those materials make their way into the oceans and contaminate it. This is a problem of great magnitude. It's around the world, it's everyone. And I have a plan where we can all make our own simple change to make a positive impact. My solution is to drink from aluminum instead of plastic. Aluminum lasts much longer, recycled more efficiently, and is not released into oceans. Although given this solution, there are still those who oppose the switch to aluminum. One opponent of reducing plastic bottles will say that plastic bottles are cheaper to purchase than an aluminum bottle. This is not true at all, because according to WaterTech, one bottle of water costs on average about $1.45. And on average, one person uses 167 bottles per year. And so that adds up to a grand total of $250 per year. That is much higher than the cost of one reusable aluminum bottle, which costs usually around $50. Another opponent will say that plastic bottles are more convenient and safe for water consumption. This is also false. While buying a case of multiple bottles can be convenient, it's not as convenient as one bottle where you can refill it and reuse it as many times as you want. And plastic bottles are not necessarily safe for consumption. They have been found to be produced with chemicals and toxins that can be harmful to your health. If I haven't already convinced you to make the switch to aluminum, my tipping argument to you is that according to the Beverage Marketing Association, 64% of all bottled water sold in the US is just tap water. The water that you would fill your aluminum bottle with is the same water that comes in your $1.45 plastic bottle you just bought. Next, I'm going to tell you about a couple of case studies regarding plastic usage. The first case comes from the North Carolina Department of Environment and Natural Resources. They did a study at a soccer facility, which is home to 800 teams, and there's around 20,000 people there per year. They installed clear recycling bins, hoping that when people see how much they use, they will become more mindful and use less. And the results were that at that one facility, they reduced the total receptacles from 70 to 80%. And the second case study comes from a school in California. Starting Earth Day 2019, they banned all single-use plastics at one school. They implemented a program where they would be given new water bottle refill stations, and all the students and staff were supplied with aluminum reusable water bottles. And that eventually caught on, and the entire district switched to this program, and eventually it caught on to the entire community. And together, just the one district saved 764,400 bottles in 1 year from entering the environment. Now that I've given you the facts and examples, I encourage you all to take action and make the simple switch to aluminum. An easy course to take is to ask for an aluminum bottle for Christmas or your birthday, and to encourage others to do the same. I hope you all see the harm plastic bottles do to our world, and that aluminum bottles are the simple solution. Any questions? Yeah.
So what do I do about the fact, so if I'm going to go on a hike and I'm going to be out in the wilderness and there is no running water, is there still like a good use for plastic water bottles or no?
So you're asking, like, you're out in the wilderness, like, what do you mean by, is there a good use for a plastic bottle?
Right, so like, I need to have some water, obviously, and there's no running water out in the cabin I'm going to.
Right.
Is there still use for plastic water bottles somehow, or are we able to eliminate them completely?
Okay, so the question is if you are out in the wilderness, is there still a use for a plastic bottle? I mean, if it really comes down to it, you could still need it, but I think if you did just have that one aluminum bottle that you could just refill, and I know you said there's no running water, but I mean, if it really came down to it, you needed a plastic bottle, I mean, if you really needed it, but trying to use aluminum as much as possible. All right, any other questions? All right, thank you guys.